I forgot to unmute. Heyo. Heyo. Sorry for the technical difficulties. The chat got wiped because of it, but don't worry about that. I should actually... I'll delete it afterwards. Delete that, like, 5 minutes of loading screen. Where is Stream Elements bot? It's supposed to have said that I'm streaming. So... I'm gonna stall for time, because I told Theo to go eat. So, sorry about the issues starting up, for anyone that's watching right now. For some reason... Eh? Okay. I think the internet's being dumb. I don't know if it's on my laptop or on my phone, but the internet's being dumb. Anyway, I don't know what happened, but for some reason my webcam just sort of... Like, my laptop didn't want to realize that it has a built-in webcam. And the webcam just didn't want to, like, work. Hold on, is the volume on that? It's not now. So I gave my computer a quick restart, and now it's working. Also, I can see the stream buffering on my phone, but that could just be because the internet's been a bit dumb. When I turned my phone on this morning, it wasn't properly connecting to the internet, and I don't know why. But oh well. Oh well. So today we're going to be playing HIVESWAP. HIVESWAP Act 2. We finished Act 1 at some point before I got COVID. For those who don't want to go back and watch those VODs, basically we're playing as a girl called Joey Claire. Her house got invaded by monsters. She went up to the attic and opened a door, and it sent her to an alien world. And then in that alien world we got help from a troll who helped us escape his neighborhood before it burned down. And that's it. That's where we are. A lot of shenanigans in between, but that's the story. That's the story so far. I haven't seen, like, basically anything of Act 2 besides, like, the one... like, the official trailer or whatever. I know that a lot of the characters in Act 2, I believe, were introduced through, like, basically a dating sim type game, HIVESWAP friend sim or something. But, like, I didn't play any of those, and I'm probably not going to. I haven't actually booted up the game, have I? Hold on, let me just do that. Let me just do that real quick. Steam, what are you doing? Hopefully this doesn't break my webcam. Maybe the time between streaming was short enough that Stream Elements was like, oh no, this is still the same stream. This is still the same stream, don't worry about it. I can't actually check if it's here in the chat or not. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just enter one of my commands to see if that worked. See if it works, see if it's here monitoring us. Did I set up a socials command? I don't remember. Hold on, let me do one of the ones that I know exists. Okay, yeah, Stream Elements bot is here. Cool. So we don't have to worry about that. Let's jump over to the game scene, and then I'll talk about the title screen. behold, we have a game. So apparently Act 2 is called Dead Freight, and we're going to be on a train. Don't know what that's about, but as you may notice, there are a bunch of colours on the train. For those of you who don't know about Homestuck, these are... Oh, there's Stream Element Spot, hello. Took you a while, jeez. Like bloody 7 minutes. So these are like the different blood colours of the trolls. And they're arranged in order of like their hierarchy in the social ladder, food chain, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So you got the pink blood's the highest, all the way down to rust blood, I think they call it, the lowest, and then this one is a mutation. It looks like human blood. There is a recap. Should we go through the recap? You know what, sure, why not? Let's have a look at what the recap is. Story time with Melanie. Our story begins, as all good stories do, in 1994. Joey Clare, our... Hello, Nod. Hello, Nod. Joey Clare, our plucky, puzzle-solving protagonist, is attacked by mysterious creatures in her absentee father's manor. While her younger brother Jude manages to barricade himself safely in their treehouse... Safely is debatable, if you ask me. Joey must battle monster after monster in a desperate attempt to make it to her attic. Within, she finds a large portal, unlocked with a strange key once in her deceased mother's possession. An unknown force beckons her to open it, one she simply cannot resist. The portal spirits her to the alien world of Alternia, booting her into a cluttered basement where its sinister portal lay. In order to complete the intergalactic transfer, the portal also moved the alien boy Damek to Joey's old haunt on Earth. Joey cannot step back through to her father's mansion, for a force field surrounds the portal on Alternia, and a timer ticks down above it. Joey quickly finds Damek's best friend, Zephyros Tritor, who becomes an invaluable ally and confidant. Confidant, I don't know how to pronounce that. She learns the planet of Alternia is entirely populated by children and teenagers, who must leave the planet when they reach adulthood to fuel the grand galactic Alternian war machine. Her new friend Zephyros is the lowest and most common blood color on the hemo spectrum, a highly segregated caste system that determines everything from how long you live to your inevitable vocation. At the top of the hemo spectrum is the fuchsia blood Trizza, the sole heiress to the brutal spacefaring empire. I don't remember learning her name during HIVESWAP 1. I guess this is new details. With limitless privilege, infinite resources, and all the militant drones of the planet at her disposal, she spends her assuredly brief life harassing youth for clout. Despite his innate cowardice, Zephyros goes above and beyond to help Joey escape Damek's hive before Trizza bombs his neighborhood. He discloses, over a secure channel of course, that he is a participant in Tetrarch Damek's shadow rebellion against the Empire. Damek has plans upon plans to de-establish the caste system, and Zephyros is more than happy to sit back and be a cog in the wheels of overthrowing the oppressors. He suggests that a friend and a fan of his band will know how to get Joey back to Earth, and the two ride away on Damek's Eleusis, fleeing the carnage of his bombed-out subgrub. And thus the curtains open, the stage is set, the lights come down, and Act 2 of our little play begins. Well, that was good. That was good. It's been a while. It's been a while since we played Act 1, so it's nice to get a bit of a refresher. Now, need to hydrate first, and then we'll get into it, I suppose. Rightio, let's go. New game. I don't know what this actually affects, but sure. I mean, it didn't seem like we had any choices that would actually affect anything, but sure. We'll load our complete save from Act 1. Here we go. Riding off to wherever the hell that is. Hey look, it's a bunch of dudes. Oh, alright, I gotta voice act these guys, don't I? Shoot, what did Zephyros's voice... It's been so long, I don't remember what their voices sounded like. Joey, are you doing okay? Oh, shoot, what did Joey sound like? Yeah, give me a second. What do you think? It fits, at least. It sort of smells like nacho cheese, but it could be worse. Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry if I grabbed a dirty one. Just make sure you keep your hood up. Do you think... Voice acting. Why did I try to give them voices? Do you think it will fool anyone if I don't have horns? Well, just keep your head down if you can. Sure, of course. I guess the next question is, where are we headed? You said we're going to see one of your friends. Will he freak out when he sees me? Credea, I'm guessing? Credea? No, I don't think she'll really care about you being an alien. Besides, she's got way more important things to think about right now, with her huge party going on. Well, I'll keep my eyes peeled for a better disguise. How many people are going to be at this party? Probably a lot. She's a violet blood, so, you know. No, I don't know, Zephyros. I don't know anything. Right, wow. Basically, all you need to know is she's pretty influential, and getting her on board was a really big break for us. But right now, we should probably just get out of here as fast as possible. Emoji. What with the drones and all. Right, sorry about your house and everything. And your crushed bones. Yeah, I'll be fine. Great! Looks like you're ready to begin your quest. If you need any help on your journey, the question mark button on your UI is available to use. Hints will now be accessible at all puzzling points of the story when Joey is the active character. Okay. Cool. You okay? Huh? Who said that? Said what? I must have been hearing things. Let's go find some train tickets. Okay, so we are going to a train. What's over here? There's no point in looking back. You're in a brave new world. He's not so bad. He's not so bad after all. Good dear cat. Best friend. That's another recurring joke throughout the Homestuck series. Good dog, best friend. So... like, most of this is stuff I remember picking up. I don't remember what this is. Or is that the... oh, that's the vet kit. Back soon. You wonder how long soon is. Why would you take someone's back soon sign? Everyone will think they're closed for the night. What are these? They look sort of like wanted posters? Oh, that's not what I thought it was at all. I thought it looked like frickin' an ad for hand sanitizer. Those are just Imperial propaganda leaflets. They're a little low-tech, but Damex says that the heiress doesn't want dissidents to think there's anywhere they can go where they can be safe. You've got enough weird stuff rattling around in your pockets, okay. You wouldn't imagine it would be possible for a gate to look sci-fi, but this gate is pulling it off, okay. I mean, it is very possible for gates to look sci-fi, just make it a laser gate. Easy. Looks like you need a ticket to go through, okay. Let's go talk to people then. Look, it's some dudes. He seems a little stressed out. A closer look, and you're pretty sure you know why. She looks very dirty and very mad. You gotta pass out? No. Good, because I'm not catching you. Stop scratching at your wound. What would your Lutz say? He wouldn't say anything. He's dead. Lovely. Oh, it's a hypothetical scenario. Mine's dead too, Nook breath. What is Nook again? All these... They have a bunch of weird, like, words for body parts. I know their Nook is something, but I don't know what it means. Oh my god, are you guys okay? Wow, I am being an idiot. Of course you aren't okay. It's fine. Sometimes you lose stuff. Sometimes a leg. Sometimes you lose the person who raised you from a grub. That's life. Wow. Do you know where we can get tickets? Yeah, from that machine over there. But you can't just go right up there and use it. What do we have to do? You'll have to wait until that weirdo in the costume gets back from his break. He's the only one who knows the trick to make that busted up machine work. I think he's in the cafe. Maybe you can convince him to come back early. Thanks, we'll go talk to him. I hope your leg is okay. I'm sure wherever it is, it's fine. Okay then. Not only did I not think about the fact that I'd have to do voice acting for all these characters, I also did not think about the fact that there's going to be more characters this time, since we're actually going to a place that's populated. You don't think you have any money, and you don't know what they eat here. There was a lot of stuff in Damek's hive that looks like it might have been food, but you kind of hope it wasn't. Oh no. Oh no. Rip. Title drop. Okay then. How do we end up here? Where is here? Where are we? Oh, okay. I guess we're not getting any answers then. The last thing I remember is the explosion. I thought I was dead for sure. Dear Cat must have dragged us to safety. Wow, Dear Cat. Wow, Dear Cat. I never thought you'd do something like extract me from one of the silly situations I'm always getting into. I guess it's because Damek wasn't here to tell you any better. What about all those trolls back there? Are they okay? Should we try to help them? Nah, I'm sure they're fine. Trolls are tough. Like, hey, I'm still alive, right? Well, if you're sure. But what about Ulysses? Wasn't he right behind us? Just a drone bombing. No big deal. I'm sure he'll find his way home to wait for me. We should keep moving forward, right? But where do we go from here? Oh, I don't know. I've never been this far from Outglut before. Outglut? I've never been this far from my planet. Well, neither of us know anything. Hey, that's not totally true. We might both know only a few things, but maybe if we put our heads together, we'll know just enough. It'll all work out. Actually, Joey, I don't think so. To get out of here, we'd need to know where we are and where we're going. The only way we could figure either of those things out is if we had a map, or if we used the constellations to guide us. Which neither of us could do anyway, because you're an alien and I'm stupid. We'll probably be lost forever. So I think what you just said was an example of how being able to put words in whatever order you want doesn't necessarily make what you said true. But it did sound really cool. You know, why don't we take a look around before giving up? I guess that's a good idea too. See what I mean? I'm too dumb to come up with plans like that by myself. Is the audio fine, by the way? It's a bit loud in my headphones, but I don't know how it is on stream. Because, like, I try to turn it down to an acceptable volume, but then, like, I watch back the VODs, and often it seems a little too quiet. Seems fine? Okay, thanks, Node. We have plants just like this in our backyard. Really? Our planets must be more alike than we think. My brother and I used to take the long stalks and cut off each end so we could use it like a string can telephone. Except, you know, it actually worked. I don't know what a brother or a telephone is, but please don't cut these open. They're filled with acid. Yikes. Well then. What's this then? Didn't expect to see fishing supplies out here. Gonna have to hydrate a lot more often. In this stream, there's a lot more talking involved. Why not? Don't people fish on Earth? Some people still do, I guess. But it's not a popular pastime now that they have TV in supermarkets. Alternia is way more advanced than Earth, so I thought you'd have more exciting hobbies. We don't consider it a hobby. Trolls fish for survival. Even useless low-bloods like me need to be self-sufficient. Knowing how to hunt and fish prepares us for future off-world exploits. That makes sense. Also, like the old saying goes, you never know when the Empress is going to run one of her annual terror crusades against the homeworld and halt all shipping to the planet for weeks at a time while she has her fleet execute a brutal orbital bombing campaign. Am I right? What? That do be a bug, though. Hello. This is a magnificent pile of trash. Yeah, some of the stuff in here is extremely old. I wonder if there's anything valuable. Hey, I saw a news story oh wait, that's the wrong person, Hey, I saw a news story a few months ago about a bunch of people who got rich selling old comic books. Because people trash their comics after reading them. There's only a few of those early issues left in the world. If you could find something like that, you wouldn't have to worry about drones so much. Come on, let's take a look. Oh, don't worry, Joey, there's nothing valuable in there. The Tetrarch says that all goods on Alternia mass-produce garbage that only degrade in value over time. He explains that it's a tactic of the Empress to stop us from rebuilding an independent Alternian economy after the Phytospawn bubble crashed at 300 years ago. Everything in that pile is designed to break easily and have a short shelf life. Just like me. I like how Joey just keeps doing this, just keeps, you know, ... Oh well, that sure is a bug that's standing here. Just out in the middle of nowhere. A giant bug. Anybody else seeing this giant bug? What if we poke it? What? No. Okay. What's in here? Hello? There's no answer. Maybe it's abandoned? Let's have a look. Doesn't look abandoned. Hello? Is anyone here? Guess not. What should we do? Zephyros? Eh. What is it? I'm sorry, it's just... Just what? Even with the hoodie on, I can't stop freaking out about how you don't have horns. Joey, we can't get on the train like this. Everyone will know. Okay, don't panic. Why don't we take a look around? Maybe we'll find something. In someone else's hive? I don't know, that could end badly for us. You're right, stealing is pretty rude. But it's an emergency. What if we left something in exchange? Well, I guess that'd be fine. As long as we do it in a way so that they can never track us down. Right, I wonder how much money I have. Wait. Obviously I don't have any money, I'm on another planet. I don't even know what you guys use for money. Money doesn't really mean all that much in Alternia, but items of personal value are worth a lot. Like mementos and stuff? Yeah, kind of. Let's see what I've got on me. I have a Q-bat. No, I might need that. A bat? Are we expecting to play any sports? Only if we're unlucky. There's this mic Dammit gave me. No, that's probably crucial to future events. This spoon I bent might work. Why were you carrying around a bent spoon? It makes me feel some small semblance of confidence, I guess. Zephyros, please don't attach your self-worth to the fact that you can bend a spoon. Okay. Anyway, I'll just leave this right here. Now, let's go find you a better disguise. Couldn't even actually put it on the table. There's almost enough junk here to build a scuttlebug? Like the Mario enemy? What's a scuttlebug? It's a primitive four-wheeled It's a primitive four-wheeled vehicular? I think it's vehicular. It's a primitive four-wheeled vehicular device that was exported from one of the Empress colonies 100 years ago. A A scuttlebug can only be used on a wide, flat plane, so it never caught on because it's easier to just ride your Lucis or take the train. But some trolls make them for fun because they're a good place to pale with your mates for... I'm not explaining troll romance. To what with your what? Never mind. Let's just abruptly change the topic to anything else. Okay. Hey Joey, look at this cool stick. That is a pretty cool stick. I told you. Even trolls can appreciate cool sticks. Can't find a troll costume in this pile of junk. Okay. I would think that they'd let me use all the arts and crafts stuffs to make a disguise, but okay. Let's go away from whatever that is and look up here instead. You'd imagine that since we're looking for something completely unidentified and random, this would be the place to look to find it, right? Yeah, kinda weird that it's of no significance to our journey at all. What? Okay. Is this the same? Yeah, same thing, okay. It's still wet. You don't do much painting. Not really since all those watercolors in elementary school. Your mum used to put them up on the fridge. You don't know where they went. Alright, I guess we gotta go over to whatever this is. The person who lives here must be an artist. I wonder what this is supposed to mean. Too bad they're not here to tell us. I've heard the point of art like this is to interpret it ourselves. What do you think it means? I have no idea. I guess it could represent finding joy in the pure randomness of life. Oh, that sounds nice. But what if it means the exact opposite thing? The closer a Lobby... Okay. The closer a Lobby like me gets to Ascension Day, the more they fantasize about randomness. This could be an expression of the artist's longing to break free from the constraints of the caste system. Of course, any troll caught making art like this would be called for sedation in no time. But they couldn't keep pretending that they were loyally resigned to a brutal life of servitude anymore, and this is their last defiant act of freedom. Oh. That would be really sad if it was true, wouldn't it? But it must be nice to aspire for something you believe in instead of living a long, pointless life. Knowing that you had a choice between safety and bravery and you chose the uncomfortable path. Which would you choose, Joey? I don't think I've ever had to think about it before. Oh, sorry, sometimes I just speak without thinking. I must sound really dumb right now, rambling like that. No, Zephyro, it's not a dumb question. Even if we never have to think about difficult topics, it's probably a good thing to do. Otherwise, we don't even realize we're choosing, right? Right. So which are we doing right now? Is this safety or bravery? Well, this is starting to make my head hurt. Me too, I'm not even sure I know what it means to be brave. Well, I think when you're a lowblood like me, most of your choices aren't really choices at all. They're simply the only possible option given any scenario. So to be brave and leave a legacy, you have to make a difficult choice. But what is a difficult choice? How do you recognize a real choice when you see one? I guess it would be a choice that wasn't obvious at the time. Like dying in a violent blaze of glory for the right to make ugly art. Or maybe it's just a monster with a bunch of feet. Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, I know what this is. This is a frickin' mother grub. It's so realistic. Is it a statue or taxidermy? Taxidermy? Geez, how do I even explain this? Is it complicated? Not really, I just hate it. It's when you kill an animal, take out all its insides and stuff the corpse with fabric. Then you display it in your house in a sick display of dominance over nature. Oh, you mean like taxidermatization? Okay, yeah, sure. Taxidermatization? Taxidermatization. It's when an imperial soldier gets demerited so hard that they forfeit their right to dignity and death. After they're executed, the Empress has their chitin stuffed and placed in her personal trophy room. See, it can always get worse. If you say so. Can I take things? It'll probably come alive and bite you. That's not good. It took... My phone's being dumb. It took me a while for that emote to actually load. So I didn't know what you were sending. But that is an appropriate reaction. Let's go over here. No, we can't leave without checking everywhere first. Did we not? What did we not check? I could have sworn... Like, I would have thought there was something to check here, but apparently not. Where did I miss something? Up here? Okay, that's the same. Oh, I do have stuff that I can use. Let me kick that down. You do your best dance, but nobody is impressed. It's hard to tell what's actually important and what's not. You'll trip if you try that, okay? You will definitely trip if you try that. You don't need it to see it any better, okay? This is fantastic. We're already lost. Okay, so apparently there's something we haven't done in here. And I assume if I try to go here, Zephyros will... Oh no! He lets me leave. Wait, I think I see something. So we were just supposed to go outside? Okay then. Ta-da! They look just like horns. Wow, they really do. Okay, so then... Where'd they go? Did you not... Is there more we have to find? Do we now go back to the paint? Can we now interact with this? Okay, well we found the thing, so can we leave now? I guess so. Wow, I didn't know the cave would open up to such a cozy little farm. This place is adorable. Maybe your plan has some good things in it after all. Yeah, we should be pretty close to the next station if we can get through the forest up ahead. Long-distance local train stops have been regulated for 6 centuries to be placed exactly 8 capacitors apart from each other, which means we're coming up on it. Zephyros, I have no idea what that unit of measurement could possibly equate to. Anyway, is this some kind of bee farm? The beehives are so cute. Where are the bees? Let's just keep walking. We don't want to get involved with anyone's private hive life. Oh, okay. I want to look at the bees, though. Where are the bees? Okay, you're not allergic, but you aren't going to poke beehives. Smart choice. I once got a bee sting on the bottom of my foot. It wasn't a fun time. There's liquid in these. It smells sort of fruity. Juice? Wine? What a cute house, but the door's locked. Okay, so I won't bother trying to go in. Doesn't sound good? It wasn't. I couldn't properly walk for a while. Had to be up on like tiptoes with one foot and then normal with the other. You haven't seen a stage since your last dance recital in junior high. That one ended in flames. Literal flames. You don't like to talk about it. Okay then. Wait, don't look in the well. Huh? Why? It's filled with mind honey runoff. Mind honey? Mind honey runoff? It's pretty dangerous. It'll burn your view globes out of your head holes if you look at it. Oh gosh. Thanks for warning me, Zephyros. I could have made a really big mistake. Haha, yeah, for sure. Okay then. It's so complicated and delicate that it almost looks like art. You actually could not even begin to guess what the heck that is. It smells sweet and a little bit rotten. Okay. Joey, wait. Huh? What's wrong now? Don't tell me. Man-eating plants, giant moths that fire lasers out of their butts, trees that have big angry faces on them and use their branches to attack poor defenseless travelers like that one part in Snow White. Actually, yeah. You nailed it. Wow, Joey, you're so smart. You can't be serious. Not only do you have this crazy heir to some kind of space throne trying to kill everyone, but your trees are also trying to kill everyone? Yeah. It builds character. Jeez, this planet sucks. So how do we get through this forest? Well, when Tetrarch Damek had me pass through strange areas as a test of flame of my inner strength, he rubbed me down with a tusked vertebrae slurry so I could blend in with the local fauna. What is that? Tusked what? Oh, well, honestly, it's better if you don't know. Anyways, basically, applying any critter waste to ourselves from the local area would work. Crushed up bee carcasses, arachno sac fluid, that sort of thing. We have to smell like the forest. Yuck, this is such a gross detour. Yeah, sorry, you have to deal with it. Well, let's take a look around for some stuff to rub on ourselves, so we can pass through the forest without getting eaten by giant trees or bugs or whatever. Sigh. I'm going to it. Okay, not that then. You don't want your eyes to fall out, you kinda need those, okay. This stuff then? What about bees? I guess we'll go back this way then? Oh no. You scoured those caves pretty thoroughly. You can't think of a reason you would possibly ever go back there. Okay. Okay then. I forgot. Zephyros knows what things are, so he can probably tell us what this stuff is. Fruit comes off trees, goes into the press, and becomes juice. It is poured out into those sacks over there. That's how the process happens, most likely. Why? You have no idea. You take a brief peek down the well and... blah. You shouldn't have looked. You shuffle Joey away and resolve not to deal with it. Wait, and resolve... you'll never... Did that say not deal with it or deal with it? I don't know which it said. It smells like something is fermenting. Kind of globesy to do out in the open like that. Is that a stage? There are lights and a curtain. You wonder why there's a stage here. But oh well, you're not about to ask. Oh! Do a dance. If you had time, and a full orchestra, okay, how about ballet then? You finally make it to the footlights, and the audience is one single troll. Okay, I guess that isn't what I was supposed to do. What if we send the pigeon down the hall? You've heard the birds don't do well in wells. Okay. What if we try to open up the door? It's locked. We could just break in. What? Zephyros, that's a crime. It's fine, the owner probably won't be coming back anytime soon. That doesn't make it okay. It's not like we're going to steal anything. We're just going to look for something to help us get through the forest. Take what we need and get out, like what we did in the caves. But how are we going to get inside without breaking anything? I don't want to ruin someone's nice home. I can just jostle the lock with my mind. It's a primitive tech lock hinge, so even my terrible sidekicks can do it. Wait, you're what? My sidekicks? Zephyros, hold on, do you have psychic powers? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Why didn't you tell me? Do humans not have those? No? Wait, does everyone on this planet have psychic powers? No, not everyone. I think they're kind of uncommon, actually. But burgundies tend to be more receptive to the mind stuff, so you can find a lot of gutter blood trash with weak sauce telekinetics. Including me. It's still really cool. No, it's not. Troll telekinetics who are actually cool can fire mind beams and summon ghost armies and stuff. But usually the Jade Bloods cull or indoctrinate those who... the good ones before they pupate. I'm just one of the bad ones they left behind. Well, Zephyros, as someone who lives on a planet where psychic powers are only in Star Wars and horror movies and stuff, I think you're the bee's actual me's. Wow. I want to see you open the lock with your cool Jedi mind powers. Okay, sure, just switch characters to me and use my telekinesis powers. Okay, sure. Telekinesis powers. There we go. I've never had such unquestionable confidence thrown at me before. Okay, here goes. Click. Phew, it should be open now. Wow, it actually worked. That's cool, Zephyr. That's so cool, Zephyros. I don't think you believe me, but I really truly mean that. You're very cool. You're right, I don't believe you at all. Yeah, I do feel weird breaking and entering, though. Don't worry about it. I'm sure the owner won't mind. Sure they won't. That's wrong. But looks like a nice little hive. You don't really know why you bothered making yours so big. You barely even lived in 2 rooms. You spend most of your time at the Tetrox anyway. I'm gonna go back to Joey because reasons. It's a weird lamp. Why can nothing here be normal? It's pretty well stocked, though you don't recognize much. Oh, I clicked on the sack, but that works too. Those are nice, though you aren't sure if they're actually supposed to be decor or for something else. Maybe they're herbs. Oh, that's a bug. A big old bug. In a cage. A bug cage. A cage for bugs. No, okay. Oh neat, it looks like one of those cornucopia baskets. Like the kind you see in Thanksgiving specials. You're not sure how edible it is, okay. Then why give me the option? There's some sort of alien honey. Why can't you pet it? Because it's a giant bug, presumably. There's some sort of alien honey science going on here, and it's frankly baffling. Ew, is that a brain? It's full of seeds. So you don't think it is, but you haven't actually seen what a real brain looks like. You hope it isn't full of seeds. You're hungry, but not that hungry. Oh, this is the same... This is the same thing, okay. Let's try the door then. You aren't about to just walk into some strange bedroom in a house that you broke into. Your dad raised you better than that. Well, no he didn't, but you still aren't doing that. Okay. I guess we'll have Zephyros look at some things then. Wow, someone who keeps their food in... someone who keeps their food in their food closet. Incredible. It's a lamp. You wonder what that's for? Is that a vegetable? You've never had any vegetables that didn't come out of a nutrition pod. Frankly, the idea makes you nervous. You don't really care for honey. It's sweet, but it's also chalky. And you never know when it'll blow your brain out of the back of your skull. I like honey. It's nice. Brain fruit. And you could take it or leave it. You don't want to get your fingers all sticky. Okay. Oh, maybe he can poke the bug. At least your Lossus doesn't have to sleep in a cage. It would be such a pain to clean. Poke it. No thanks. He probably hasn't been fed in a while, and you want to keep your fronds intact. Okay, maybe we can feed him with the... You only insult it by implying it's a pet. Yeah, take the pigeon. You don't like birds. It doesn't like birds. The feeling is mutual. Or maybe he can open it? Absolutely not. Why not? This must be the respite block. You won't be going in. Must be the bedroom, sleep station, rest square. It's probably got some silly name. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? Or maybe the herbs on the ceiling? Looks like an accident waiting to happen. You aren't tall enough to hit your head on any of those, but you'd manage it somehow. I am very lost. Oh, right, we got this, don't we? Oh, its scientific name is Bee Friend. How cute. It looks like they're known for vomiting when they get excited. Reminds you of your babysitter's cat. Okay, so we need to get it to vomit then. Because then we can use its vomit to... Can we use this on the herbs? Okay, no. So, we need to somehow... What's going on in here? Who is this? So we have social media, apparently. Cool. What if we dance for the bug? It ignores you. Perhaps it considers ballet an antiquated, pretentious form of dance. It ignores you. Perhaps it considers tap a degenerate, bastardized form of dance. What if we tap to try and get this stuff down? No? Okay. Pigeon, get the stuff down for me. He might like it in there so much he'd refuse to come back down, and then you'd be in trouble. Okay. I like how it just has one being worse than the other. Yeah. What if we mind trick these down? Might be amusing, but waste of energy. Okay. Hit the thing. You would never beat an inoffensive wasp lossus around the head and shoulders. It wonders what you're playing at and ignores you. Better not. No telling not what might happen. Okay. It doesn't like grub juice, like at all. Doesn't like sports. It doesn't like fun leisure activities. What does it like? Give it some pogs. Its taste in pogs is it doesn't like pogs. Cheese? Oh no, that's spice mix. Spice mix makes it sneeze, so it doesn't like spice mix. Does it like anything? It doesn't want medical attention. It's rude to shine light. Okay. Oh, can I open these? What about this? It's a guide for bee dancers. Are these dances based on bees or dances for bees? The world may never know. Anyway, you can't reach it. Tap dance. Dang, that usually works. There has to be some other way to get it down. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Zephyros. Mind trick it down. Nice. You got it down. Well, Zephyros got it down, but sure. You flip through the book. Amazing. An endless font of knowledge pertaining to the ambulation of bees. You've learned a new dance. Let's dance for the bee. You dance your heart out, give him some real razzle-dazzle, and finish with an award-winning pose. But all this big bee does is hiss at you. Tough crowd. Well, wow, I didn't know I was in the company of a professional prima ballerina. Thanks. I think. Your dance was really good, but why waste it on a lowbrow cultural rabble like me? It was for the bee. You know, learn a bee dance, perform it for a bee, it makes sense, right? He didn't seem to like it, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, luckily I've got both view globes in full working order. I bet this wasp lossus didn't respond because you're a freaky alien who looks like she has a skin disease and got her horns horrifically amputated due to having soft, fatty cheeks like a grub that should have been culled immediately upon birth in the brooding caverns. Thanks. Actually, if this lossus gets enough visual stimulation, maybe that'd trigger the kind of response we want. Huh? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking my dumb thoughts out loud. It means nothing. Maybe you should try putting on some fake horns and look more like a troll. Maybe the wasp would like your dance then. We could use those traffic codes I picked up? Actually, Zephyros was the one that picked it up, but okay. That's a great idea. Those shells look like horns too. Those cornucopia things? I could also use those corns as fake horns, I guess. Wow, that's an even better idea. Oh gosh, I'm getting choice overload. What a monumental decision. Which horn should I wear? I think the cones look more accurate to the color scheme. And voila! How do they look? Just like a real troll. Well, a real troll with a flesh-eating lethal bacteria inhabiting their pores, but that's more common than you think. Awesome. Oh wait, do horn shapes mean anything? Are they like horoscopes? Ironic, considering the original 12 trolls had the symbols of the horoscopes on their shirts. Yeah, kind of. What does this pair say about me? The 12 trolls? Yeah, the original 12 trolls. They all had, symbols of the Western Zodiac on their shirts. I think I remember reading somewhere that, like, all the trolls in HIVESWAP, or HIVESWAP, I don't think there's an ED on the end. They have, like, the extended Zodiac or something, but I don't know what that means. What does this pair say about me? I guess with how hard and pert they are, it kinda says you've got a really well-developed personality. Oh, that's very nice and wholesome. I'll try my bee dance again now. It's bee time. The bee chitters excitedly. If you shut your eyes and pretend the noise is coming from human hands as opposed to a horrifyingly moist alien incisors, you might even mistake it for applause. You think that's a good sign. Wait, hold on a second, what's it doing? And then it vomits on us. Zephyros, I feel funny. I feel like all my worries are totally gone. I guess that wasp spray really works, huh? Seems so. This will definitely get us through the forest without wasps eating us alive. It's really fun to smell like the forest. I'm not even worried about making it to the next train station anymore. I think on an abstract level, I'm worried about not being worried since my anxiety thus far has been the main thing that's prevented me from dying. But I don't feel it emotionally, which is a strange thing to conceptualize, but I'm weirdly okay with it. It's nice to not have to worry every once in a while, Zephyros. Maybe I ought to use this stuff more often. I think there's a high chance that once it wears off, I'm going to start stress crying so hard I won't be able to walk, so maybe we should hurry. Okay, let's go on our way then. Okay. So apparently bee spit makes you, happy. Well, we got what we came for. Let's go. Where the hell is this? And how the hell did we get here? Phew, we finally made it. I'm glad that bee gunk wore off. Are you done stress crying? Haha, what? Stress crying? Everything's great and normal. Zephyros, it's fine. Getting your house bombed, meeting an alien, getting bombed again, getting juiced by a giant bee, and then peeing yourself when deer cats suddenly caught up with us on the road is a pretty scary change of events. It's totally okay to let it all out. Yeah. Anyway, we should message Crydea and let her know we're coming. Her contact information should be on the tablet you have. Here we go. Social media. Crydea Jivik. Okay. Alright, we can just message her from here. Cool. What should I say? On our way? Alright. Well, I guess we just have to wait and see if she answers later. Anyway, we should buy ticks. Huh? Oh, the tickets. I have to say the X, it's my thing. Oh, is it, was he just trying to say ticks, or is it like tick X? Or something? Zephyros, it's okay, I support your personal style choices, please don't worry. Where do we go to buy tickets? There should be an automated kiosk that sells them around here somewhere. Okay, let's go. But first we have people to talk to. He reminds you of the guys on the music channels your babysitter watches if she thinks you aren't here. If you walk in, she'll flip it to the boring kids channels. Eat a rat. Okay. Hey, you kids need something? Nope, just passing through. It's rude to stare. Look, lady, I got no idea what your blood color is. But I do know ain't no way it's blue. Blue enough for me to be interested in anything you got to say. Wow? Let's get out of here, Zephyros. Okay. Take a picker. But I actually don't really. I charge for those. Gasp. Okay then. Looks like a really needlessly complicated system. Why isn't there just a guy behind the counter? Technology is cool and whatever, but it's always been more of Jude's thing than yours. Oh, well, we found it. The machine is right up here. All we have to do is buy some ticks and then we can board. Cool beans. Alright, let's see what we've got. So, where do I go in here? Oh, I see. Input destination. Oh, oh, Jivik Week Special. Sweet. I see. I see. 2 tickets. Blood color? Well, I guess we can put us both as burgundy bloods. Oh no! Oh no! Joey, wait! Oh no, what did I do? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I totally forgot about these. I totally forgot that these machines test your blood color to make sure you don't buy the wrong class ticket. And I guess since you're not a troll. Oh, okay, well, I guess you have to use the machine then. Okay, let's see. That doesn't look good. Oh no. It won't sell any more ticks until the drones come to fix the machine. In 2 hours. The train will be gone by then. Oh no. What are we going to do? I guess we need to find some other way to get a ticket. Well, that's not good. Who's this guy? He looks like he's covered in dirt, and he smells like it too. Fozza.
Greetings, travelers.
Why are you putting underscores instead of spaces? Some of these typing quirks just get real dumb.
What a glorious night to reap the blessings of this cosmos. To drink in the dazzling light of our peerless empire.
What?
I'm saying, hey.
Oh, hey. Is this another reference I'm not getting? No, I have no idea either.
Let us speak plainly with one another. Is this not the best of all possible worlds?
I don't know if I can agree with you on that one, buddy.
Do you mean to suggest that a more perfect system exists elsewhere in the firmament? That a land untouched by the claws of our heiress could rival that of Alternia's grace?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this guy messing with us? I'm not sure.
The name is Father. So you may more accurately discuss me amongst yourself.
Oh, I am Joey. This is Zephyros. Are you waiting for the train too? I guess it's pretty obvious that's what you're doing. Unless you just like to hang out in train stations. There's a cafe here at this stop. I guess some people like to come here. Is it the best of all possible cafes, though? Is it?
I haven't tested it, so I couldn't tell you.
So are you going to Jivik Week? We are. In theory.
Maybe I'll see you there.
Okay. What's in here? Looks like a bunch of normal travel stuff, but alien. Snacks and stuff. I need more water before I do more voices. This troll is advertising her bookstore. There are many good deals to be had in her cozy nest of knowledge. Okay. There's a small greasy girl on a big greasy bug. Oh boy, that's a large bug. Follicle? Of course, she has long hair, so of course her name is Follicle. Keep your fronds to yourself, Rusty, or they'll be snacks. I mean, she has extra spaces in her words, so I gotta represent it in the way she talks. Believe me, I wasn't gonna touch it. Is that your Lucis? No, it's another giant white bug I found under a rock. Oh, are you joking? Yeah. I'm just getting some quality time with her before she gets crated for the trip. And my Moirail won't bug me when I'm with her. She likes to bite him. Yeah, I feel guilty. Damex looked nervous when I left him in the crating area. His Lucis, I mean, not his Moirail. His Moirail is me and I'm always nervous. Fascinating. Okay. What is this? Cafe? It says lounge. You aren't really sure how you know that, and you decide not to waste time wondering. Cool. We're just going to ignore the fact that Joey inexplicably knows how to speak the Altonian language. It's a sign for the platform. Oh boy, a bunch of people. Okay, I assume we're going to like find one of each blood color here, because we've already seen teal, we've seen the what's it called, chartreuse? I don't know, the greenish color, and we've seen red. So now we have the deep blue, the kind of not as deep blue. We've got orange. We've got purple. There's gonna be one of every color here, isn't there? Aside from pink and the other purple, because she's pink and she's the other purple. No idea who this is. Oh look, they've even arranged the seating by blood color. Okay. At least I assume that's what this represents. Oh, Bit Bunny! Thank you for the follow! I appreciate it. We're currently running around a train station, talking to people, and I have to do voices. Hope you enjoy the stream. That guy... How's HIVESWAP so far? It's been interesting. I've already played through Act 1, so we're starting on Act 2. And so far it's just been a bunch of references and, like, bumbling about. We haven't really gotten into much actual story stuff yet. We're just like, hey, we gotta go see this person. And now we're at a train station. Okay, that guy is dressed sort of like the debate team guys from your school. Actually, that's mean. You're sure he's a perfectly nice guy. Okay, I gotta come up with a voice for this man. Zebra? Zebra? Oh boy, he speaks with hearts. How do I want to voice him? I feel like the voice I gave to the teal guy before should have gone to him.
Hey, sweet cakes. Waiting on the train?
I guess so. You too?
You bet. Nice to meet you. The name's Zebra.
Why is he talking like that? I'm not going to remember any of these voices. Like, I would say by the next stream I'm going to have forgotten, but let's be real, I'll probably have forgotten by the end of this stream. Why is he talking like that? I don't know. Oh wait, he dropped the hearts. What's going on?
What about you two lovely lowbloods? What shall I call you?
I'm amazed you give everyone different voices. Yeah, I mean, I started off doing it, so I feel like I gotta continue, even though there's way more characters to voice now. I always used to like doing this when I played games that didn't have voice acting. I just didn't do it back in Nexomon because I wasn't too enthused about the game. Even though I've gotten more into it now. But like, I started with no voice acting. So I just continued with it. But here I just want to do it. I instantly forget the voices I give people, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts before I just have to completely invent new voices for them. I'm Joey, and this is Zephyros.
Those names are just wonderful. So, are you on your way to Jeevel Week?
Yeah.
Ah, me too. I'm looking forward to seeing you there already. Are you industry professionals too, by any chance?
Industry professionals?
Ah, I guess not then. Well, if you're interested to know, I'm a pretty well-established music blogger myself. There are always so many incredible musical acts that come to play at Jeevel Week.
What? Okay, now he's got spades for some reason.
Anyone who writes about music would be insane to sit it out.
That's interesting.
Isn't it? You might be wondering what brings me, an indigo blood, out to a place like this to board the train. It's funny you ask.
I didn't.
You see, one of the biggest rappers at the event. Honestly, he's one of the biggest rappers ever. Well, I got word from my sources he'd been spotted vacationing down here, of all places, alone. And I thought, why not pop down for a bit and try my luck running into him? And can you believe it? I'd given up all hope, but we're on the same train platform as Marvis Zoloto right now.
Oh, the Juggalo.
Right over there. Just look at him. Ah, isn't he beautiful?
Yeah, totally. Hey, we've got to go get tickets so we don't miss the train, okay?
Oh, of course. Talk to you later.
I'm probably going to kill my voice by the end of the stream. What about this lady? Are you a spider lady too? Oh, is this a guy, actually? It's hard to tell with these troll names. I just sort of assumed because they have eyelashes. Psst. Hey. Hey. Hey you, over here. Over there. Are you talking to me? What? No, not you. The cute one. You, the girl. Hi? You guys getting on the train for Jiva Week? Yep. Then you definitely want some of these. Just take a look here. What is that? It's a real long ride, and I know getting any shut-eye on the low-bound trains can be a tall order. But take 2 of these bad girls, and they'll have you out in a flash. Just 30 credits. The 300 credits, frick. Reading! Why do I keep playing games where I have to read? For both? Why do I look like a charity? Each. Thanks for the offer, but I don't think we'll be needing any of that. More of a party girl, huh? If you'd rather get down and join all the Rustblood and Rumpus, I've got pills for that too. Check these out. Just one of these sly ladies will get you so blasted you won't even want to sleep. You'll rock out from dusk to dusk to dusk. My goodness. You're just a drug dealer. You got a problem with that? Oh, I don't do drugs. Myself, personally. That's cool. But if you ever change your mind and find yourself in need, just hit me up. I've got all kinds of shit for sale. What's wrong? Oh my goodness, I'm just... Phew, sorry, you startled me. I'm just going and saying a cuss like that. I mean, I'd never... Whew. Not that it's a big deal or anything. It's fine if you cuss, I don't care. I just don't, care to do it myself. You're cute. Oh, you think so? Oh, thank you, I guess. So Joey likes bad boys, huh? Winky face. What's your name? My name? Yeah, the thing you're called. Oh, it's Joey. Joey Claire. Your name's cute, too. Oh, thank you. What's your name? My name? Yeah. The thing you're called. Winky face. Well, well, oh. I'm just now realizing this person is capitalizing every L. Oh. L word. Okay. What is the L word? Well, I have a few. A different name to whisper for every shadow in Alternia. I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm not even gonna try. Or is that supposed to be like resell? Scalper? But you can call me L-word. Oh, L-word is their surname. Or not. Maybe they're just doing the thing where they say their surname first. Like Japanese name order. Gay... I know what the L word is now. Gay girl Elwood. It's the punniest goddamn name I've ever heard. Okay, so they are a woman then. Gay girl Elwood. Winky face. Haha. Wow, okay. Nice to meet you, Elwood. Joey, are you okay? You're changing color. I'm just fine. Okay then. Okay then. What about you, ma'am? That girl looks nervous. You like her dress, though. I should probably have looked at Elwood as well. Your teachers always warned you this day would come. They warned you about peer pressure. Did you listen? No, you didn't. Clearly not. Right, Chixie. This is awful. The acoustics are so bad in here. It's messing with my pitch. Oh yeah, it's kind of echoey. Just kidding, my pitch is perfect. Do you need something? Oh, I'm Joey, and this is Zephyros. Hi. Chixie Roymer? Roixmer? I'm hoping I never have to pronounce your surname again. Nice to meet you, Chixie. Add me on Chitter if you want. I have some demos up there. Oh, cool. I will. Are you going to Jeevil Week? Jeevik Week? Jeevil is a different thing, I think. Where have I heard Jeevil before? Am I just thinking of Jevel? I might be. Yeah, that's where anybody is going today. I'm opening. What? Really? Yes. Damn, it still doesn't feel real. I mean, I'm one of 20 opening acts, so it's not a huge deal. It's still pretty cool. Damek would be crazy jealous if he was here. Damek? Oh, don't worry about it. Well, hope to see you there, Chixie. Then we have the famous Juggalo Man. That's definitely the biggest alien you've seen yet. Unless you count the Wasai, which you don't. You wouldn't compare a tall human to, say, a giraffe and see... see, that guy isn't tall. That would be weird. True that. Joey, wait. What? You can't just go and speak to a purple blood, let alone him. Huh? Why not? Oof. You're an alien, so you don't know, but just trust me, clowns are bad news. What kind of voice do I want to give him? Because, like, I know what voice I gave the other clown dude in Homestuck when I was, like, reading the comic. But, like, this dude is clearly more suave, I suppose. He's well dressed. But I already gave all my suave voices to other characters.
Lol, you guys. Oh, lol, you guys know I can hear you.
That's the same voice as the blue guy. God damn it. I only have so many voices. This is too many characters. Well, you guys know I can hear you whispering over there. Hey, I don't bite. Oh, this freaking spelling is meant... I got startled. I got a message on my phone. Hey, I don't bite, you know. Bring it on in. This is absolutely the wrong voice, but oh well, it's his now. Look, Zephyros, it's totally fine. Hi, I'm Joey. You look interesting. What's your name? Interesting, huh? And here I thought you guys was fans. Maybe it's the right voice after all. I'm sorry, fans? Dang. Do you not get slam or cold out in Rustyburg? I have no idea who you are, sorry. Don't sweat it. It's cool. This is a nice change of pace, actually. Punctuation is very important when it comes to trying to read things. And this guy has none of it. I'm on vacay. I love the adoring crowds and all, but sometimes you just need to get away. You get away from it all, you feel me? I wish I could write like him. Don't write like this. This is pain. Are you supposed to be a celebrity or something? You could say that. But I'm more than happy to just be some guy to you, Joey. That's why it's so good. Bad Node. Bad. Stop it. This game is a bad influence on you. Name's Marvis. Nice to meet you, Marvis. Are you going to Crydea's party? Yeah, because I got a gig coming up. Cool. Me and my friend Zafros here are going too. Maybe we'll see each other on the train. Oh, I'm sure of it. Okay, well, we're gonna go get tickets. Catch you later. Zafros, are you okay? You look a little... I will be in a minute, I'm just kinda rattled. What? Why? You just went and talked to our purple blood. We're lucky we still have our heads. What are you talking about? Marvis seems like a perfectly nice guy. He's a clown. Yeah? Do you have some sort of prejudice against clowns? I don't get it. There's no way for me to explain it to you. It's just, they have this whole, culture. Culture? A culture of being a clown? Yeah, yes. And they love to do murders and hurt people. They especially love to do big hurts and murders to people like me. I really don't know what to say. I'm sorry you have this, like, clown-based trauma that I seem to have inadvertently set off. But he's not murdering anyone right now, and he seems totally fine based on the conversation we just had with him, where nobody got murdered. So maybe we can relax a little about it. Never mind, let's just move on. Oh, there's more here. Is there? Okay, no, that's just the edge of the screen, never mind. Another sci-fi turnstile. You'll need a sci-fi ticket to get through. Can we just hop it? That's a crime. That is indeed a crime. What about these tickets here on the seats? Are those not things? Okay, nothing here. Okay, so evidently, this was not the place to go. Once again, we are lost. Oh wait, there's this. I thought this was the right way to go, so I ignored it. Oh no, that leads outside. There's no parking lot. Oh, are there no cars here? I guess that makes sense, since there's a bunch of teens running on this planet. Can I leave then? You just... okay, no. Okay, so evidently, not the right way to go. What do we do now? Did we add the lady on... We did! Nice. Sign up for my Per Peregrine news crop. Okay. I am lost. We need to find a way to get tickets. Can we just hit the thing? You wouldn't even know where to begin attacking something like that psychically. Okay. Let's hit it then. Breaking it is not going to help. Okay. What if we go back up and... There's gotta be something. Let's have a freaking rap battle with this dude. There's absolutely no chance he would ever want this piece of garbage, Mike. He'd probably call you for even offering it. You do your best rap, but you guess it's not good enough. Okay. Let's do a bee dance for him. Nah, you're good. You do your best dance, but nobody's impressed. There's gotta be something I've missed. Surely. We've spoken to everyone at least once. Does it change if we talk to them again? Or is it just... hi again. Hey, change your mind. That... Oh, actually, okay, so I was supposed to talk to them twice to try and get tickets. And I accidentally skipped dialogue. Apologies. Oh, I actually do need something. Not drugs. Oof. Oh, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do for you? We need tickets for the train. Ticket machine's right over there. Anything else? Oh, that machine is broken. For real? You break it? Yes. Damn. Guess we got a real old criminal on our hands. It was an accident. I just don't know how anything around here works. Guess you don't get out much. So, tickets. Check these out. How much? I gotta be real with you, girl. These tickets are fake. Oh. Don't make that face. I only offer quality shit. An associate of mine made these. Her stuff is top tier. I could give you both of them if you get me one real ticket. If those tickets are so good, then why don't you just use them yourself? Because if I use them, then you can't. Didn't your Lucis ever teach you not to look a gift hoofbeast in the mouth? One real ticket for 2 high-quality fakes. It's a good deal. Okay. We have our goal now. Unfortunately, that means we have to speak to absolutely everyone again to try and find a real ticket. Hey, I know this is a lot to ask, but could we buy your ticket from you? Maybe you could get on another train? I've already forgotten her voice. You can't have my ticket. You don't even want to go to Jevik Week. The Jevik Week. Why not? It sucks. No offense, but I'm pretty sure Jevik Week doesn't suck. Right. If it's so bad, why do you want to go? Good grief. First of all, I don't have to justify my personal and professional choices to you. Secondly, I'm trying to help you. I told you, things might get intense at the show. Intense how? Well, I guess it's not like anyone will listen to a Rusty anyway. Do you know who the Mask is? What, you mean like the movie? What? No. The Mask, the performer. Oh yeah, she's going to be there? Wait, who are we talking about? Oh, the Mask is this sort of vigilante. She's an underground rapper who's been popping up at a bunch of high-blood shows and speaking truth to power. I'm surprised she hasn't gotten cold yet. Yeah, me too. Anyway, she's me. I'm the Mask. Plot twist. Wait, what? Shh, you'll never know who might be listening. But believe me, it's better if you just don't get on the train. GVIC Week is too good of an opportunity. I can't pass it up. I'm going to stage a protest right there on stage. So no, you can't have my ticket. So, you know what she's talking about? The mask is kind of an urban legend, but one that actually exists. Damex met her before, I think. I don't know, he always changes the channel when she's on the news. But you don't think what she's doing is worth it? Of course I do. But not where she's planning to do it. There are gonna be subjugulators there. There are gonna be threshercutioners. Made up words. I don't know what any of those things are, but they sound pretty bad. Actual choices. I don't know, we shouldn't get in the way, I think. I get that you're scared for her, but she seems pretty confident that she knows what she's doing. Yeah, I guess she has more actual practical experience at revolutionary stuff than I do. I mostly just hung out while Damek did all the actual real work. He's the rebel, I'm just the butler. I think it's important to stand up for what you believe in. Otherwise, what's the point of doing anything, right? I guess. Okay, what about Clown Man? Marvis. Hi again. You sure you're not a fan, Joe? Well, I might be. But no, the reason I came back is, well, you wouldn't happen to, have an extra ticket on you, would you? That you might be willing to just give to us? For, nothing? Lol. Okay, I know we just met and all, but it'd mean a lot to me if you could help us. Us, you keep saying. But from all the words getting said, it seems like there be only one of you. What's the matter with your mate spread? He can't talk? Exclamation marks. Oh, I guess you haven't been introduced to my friend, Zephyros. Zephyros, you're being rude. Joey isn't my mate spread. What? He ain't, huh? Thought you guys was close with how he all hold up there. Speaking is hard, okay? Thought you guys was close with how he all huddled up behind you like that. What's a mate spread? It's, like, one of our quadrants. You're what? I'm not Joey's mate spread. I'm not anybody's mate spread. Oh, is that like a boyfriend? Because no, Zephyros isn't my boyfriend. We're just friends. I see. I hate this. Although, I guess it is kind of on brand. I suppose if I was a troll, my typing quirk would just be replacing any instance of C with like a capital C. I see, yeah, no. You do see. Actually, my name even fits the troll naming scheme where it's 6 letters. And I just insert the C because why not? Melody Turtle, it fits. I am a homestuck troll apparently. He's just kind of shy, sorry. We don't mean to be disrespectful. His side. Oh my, that's anyway. Anyway, I hate this. I hate this. Anyway, really wish I could help you, Joe. And if I didn't have a gig lined up, I might just pass my ticket right over. But unfortunately, I really gotta be at this party, but... It's alright. Do you know any other way we might be able to get one?
Well, maybe I can't give you my ticket, but there might be some other way I can help. Get any other leads? Hit me up and I'll see what I can do. You'd be surprised how far a little jester juice can go.
Well, I have no idea what that means, but thank you. If I find something, I'll let you know.
Cool. Hey, why don't you add me on Twitter? That way, if you think of anything, I can let you know.
Okay, sure.
Sweet. Alright, catch you later.
Okay, but we did find information. Can we not DM him? We did find... We spoke to what's-her-face. Okay, maybe we need to find someone else and then get this dude to help us. And then we get the one ticket and trade it to her. Okay, time to speak to this dude. Do I even remember what he sounded like? Who knows?
Back so soon.
Yes. Do you have any idea where I might be able to get a ticket for the train? Preferably as soon as possible. The ticket machine is broken.
Well, if the ticket machine is broken, I suppose you'd have to get it from a troll then.
Is there any chance you might give us yours?
Excuse me? Give you mine?
If there's anything at all that might convince you to give up your ticket, well...
Well, actually...
Smiley face?
Do you think, if we were to go over and ask, that Marvis might give you an autograph for me?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably. I can ask anyway.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, get him to sign this album, alright?
Okay, sure. Here's how we do it. All we had to do was... Okay, it's just not showing up in our inventory, I guess. Cool. Hi, Marvis.
What's up, Joe?
I think I found a way to get a ticket, but I'll need your help.
At your service.
Clown face. Hello? Why are my clicks not registering? That guy over there, Zebra, he said he might give us his ticket if he got an autograph from you. Would you sign this album for him?
Oh, sure, that's easy. I always carry a marker just in case this happens.
Cool, thanks. Here you go.
Aight, no problem. Here you go.
Thank you so much. There we go, now we go back to speak to him again. It's talk quest. Alright, here you go. One album signed by Marvis Zalato. I don't know how to... I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, wow. This is the most beautiful thing I have ever held in my own two hands. Thank you so much. Oh, I might cry.
Hey, please don't. So, do you think we could get your ticket?
Huh? My ticket? Whatever do you mean?
You sort of implied that you'd give it to us if I got you this autograph.
I distinctly never recall saying that.
Oh, this asshole. Ah. You lied to us?
Lied? You are simply mistaken. But, I might consider it, if you were to do one more thing for me.
What? As if we trust you now.
Do you want that ticket or not, sweet peas?
Mama's going to beat him up, hell yeah. I'm starting to think this guy isn't very nice.
What? Me? Don't be ridiculous. I love low bloods like you. You're all so feisty. Anyway, if you were to go over there and show Marvis my mixtape, I might think about giving you my ticket. Maybe.
Your mixtape?
Yeah, I've recently been getting into the production side myself. But it's hard putting yourself out there as a critic, you know. Not everyone is happy to see you say critical things about their favorite artists, and there's a bit of a presumption of skill and understanding when you take the position of a critic. If people were to think my work weren't up to snuff, well, it could be a real travail for someone in my position. I need a real honest and talented eye on my work before I forge out into the great unknown of music stardom. Who better to give me guidance than the very Grand Master of Slams himself, Marvis Zolotto?
Ah, fine, give me your stupid mixtape and I'll see what he thinks.
Thanks, dear. Here, add me on Chitter and I'll send it over.
Fine. I like how nobody questions the fact that our Chitter account is actually registered to this Damek guy. Screw it, there's no pleasing anyone on this hell app. I'm going where my activists will be appreciated. Catch me on Fishstick. Yeah, okay. Not fond of this guy. Ah! Yo, what's wrong, Joe? You know that autograph I got for that guy over there? Well, he said he'd give me his ticket for it, but he lied. And now he wants me to show you his stupid mixtape. But it's not even good.
Lol. Well, if it'll help you get a ticket, I'll give it a listen.
I'll send it to you over Cheddar.
Alright, gravy. Let's take a little look-see.
I just got an achievement. A fire mixtape. So, what did you think?
Speaks for itself, don't you think?
You could say that.
Hey, why don't you tell him to come over here and we can have a little jam about his flow?
What? You really want to talk to this guy? He's obviously just a brown-nosing fame chaser.
Maybe it's not too late to set him on the right track, you feel me?
Well, if you think so. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh. Yeah. Dude may be in for it now. Oh no. I'm kind of worried, Fifth. Yeah. For a second, I thought this dude's symbol was like a $sign, but I looked closer and no, it is very much not a $sign. Hey, Zebra, I showed Marvis your mixtape.
What did he say?
He said he wants to talk to you about it, believe it or not. So come on over.
Well then, let's not keep him waiting.
Oh, he even walks like an asshole.
Ah, Grandmaster Zolotto. It's such an honor to finally meet you in person.
The thing I don't really get about trolls is, like, they have their typing quirk, right? How does that translate into real speech? Does this guy say heart, heart, heart before he speaks and then ends it with heart, heart, heart again? Some of these just don't work.
Ayo, what was it? Zebra not Zebra no dick. Yes, if it please you, sir. Whatever name you wish to call me, so shall my name be, O mercifully mirthful one.
Even I think this is a bit much. Snark.
Lol. Anyway, I gave you a mixtape a listen, buddy. And smiley face.
Yo, buddy, I think you got a ton of potential.
What? You really think so?
Yeah, I think if it was real, if it was real serious, you could get big. Big as me. Maybe even bigger.
Why, I don't know what to say.
You know, I've read a bit of your blog.
Oh, well, let me just assure you that none of the criticism written thereupon is intended to be taken in any way personal.
It's alright, buddy. I'm a professional. Okay, so apparently we have dollar signs as well in this dude's speech. Is this the first time he's said the letter S? Because I haven't noticed any dollar signs, but maybe he just hasn't said any words with an S in them. I know how it is. But you really think that's all you want to be? Just a critic?
Well, it was the path recommended to me when I underwent my rites of maturation. But I guess it is an awfully hemonormative assignment. Who among us at 7 sweeps truly knows who or what they are meant to be? This is probably what keeps the oppressive strictures of the hemo spectrum system so inescapably woven into every facet of our lives. No young troll is ever given a chance to truly explore the full breadth of their potential.
Need a stretch. Man, it feels like we've barely gotten anywhere. We've just talked to a bunch of dudes.
We simply take the roles forced upon us and assume there is no way to escape our destinies as defined by a cold and blood-pusherless computing algorithm.
Dang, buddy. You spitting fire over here. Shit. Hey, you ever thought about going on Slam or Get Cold?
What? Slam or Get Cold?
So I guess that's like The Voice or whatever, except if you lose, you die.
Well, of course. Every young troll has thought about it. But do you think I really stand a chance?
Hell yeah, buddy.
Even though every winner in recorded history has been a purple blood?
First times for everything, buddy.
Wow. I had no idea I was that good.
Hey, you gotta believe in yourself, you hear me?
Wow. Wow. I guess I'll think about it.
Good.
This has been a really good talk, thank you. Do you think it would be okay if you followed me back on Twitter so I could DM you sometimes?
Sorry, buddy. Jitter broke right now, can't log in.
Oh, alright.
Catch you later, buddy. So do I now go back and... Give me the ticket.
Ah, I feel like I'm in a dream.
So, you got your album side mixtape listened to? Do you think you can give us your ticket now?
What?
Screw this guy. Did you lie to us again?
I distinctly remember that I said I maybe would give you a ticket. Not that I actually would.
You've got to be kidding me.
Calm down, I jest. I really am considering giving you my ticket, but I'm still not entirely sure.
I hate this man. Frickin' zebra no dick.
There are tryouts for Slam and Get Called not far from here, actually. If I skip out on GVIC week, I can probably make them. But, goodness, even after hearing the Grandmaster himself tell me I'm as good as he is, it's still hard to believe it, you know.
No, it's totally impossible for me not to believe it. You're just so good, Zebra. You'd win for sure.
I'm glad you think so, babe.
Don't call me babe.
But such a big risk. Honestly, I just don't think I'm brave enough. I'm so sorry, Joey. I really appreciate all your kindness, but it's just the safer path to go to GVIC week like I'd planned.
This is unbelievable. Ah! So all that for nothing? What do we do now? Hey, the dude's not giving... He lied to us again. He said he's too afraid to go. He thinks he'll lose. Dang. Well, maybe you got something that could convince him it'd be impossible to lose. Like what? I don't know, lol. I guess I'll think about it. Here, have a pog. Bee dance. Okay. Here, have a snack. Spice. Wait, did that? Okay, no, a little spice never hurt anything. Yeah, give him the microphone. What's this? Oh, that's the wrong voice.
What's this?
You were saying that you weren't confident enough to go on Slam or Get Called. But maybe this will help.
What is this? An auto-tune mic?
Yep, it's really good actually. You can use it to do all sorts of things to your voice. And actually it's pretty rare. My Moirail, I think, nicked it from a secret drone development facility. So it can do a lot of special things that a normal microphone can't.
Wow, that's incredible.
Is that true? I don't know. I'm sure that if you have this, there'll be no doubt you'll win, Zebra.
Wow, I guess I'll try it out. You know, it's subtle, but I'm really feeling it.
Xenoblade.
What is it about this thing? I don't know if I could tell you how my voice is different, only that it definitely is. I feel confident.
That's great to hear, Zebra. I bet you're so confident right now that you could win Slam or Get Called really easily.
You know what? I think you might be right.
Great, so happy for you. Could we get that ticket now?
I suppose so. Here you go, darling.
Great, thanks. We got the ticket. Now we can go switch it for 2 convincing fake tickets. 1 real ticket ready for inspection. Hell yeah, hand it over. Well, we'll trust Elwood. Here you go. Cool. Thanks, kid. So? Oh, frick. So what? Aren't you forgetting something? I don't think so. Okay, never mind, maybe I don't like her. Fed my Lysis before I left my hive. Turned off the nutrition preparation plateau. I think I'm good. You owe us 2 tickets. 2 fake tickets for 1 real one, you said. Did I say that? Yes! Yes, you did! I think I remember saying that I could give you... Oh my god. Is everyone here... I guess they are high bloods. Higher than us, at least. I think I remember saying that I could give you 2 fakes for a real ticket. Not that I would. Are you serious? As a blood pusher malfunction. That's as a heart attack. Now that I'm thinking about it, 2 tickets for the price of 1 really isn't a good deal on my end. I think you might need to sweeten the pot a little. You? Hey, it's just business. Well, I don't know what you're expecting because all I have is a bunch of junk. Look. Hey, some of that stuff is mine. All we have is a bunch of junk. Wait, what about these? Are they some kind of alien money? The pogs! The pogs! No, they're just pogs. I don't know why I'm bothering to carry them around anymore. Seriously, I should just throw them away. Come on, you think I don't know valuable shit when I see it? Hand over those little circle girls and I'll give you the tickets. Alright, fine. Ah, fine, you can have all of them. Just give us the tickets. Pleasure doing business with you. Ticket get. Now what? Do we just... wait. You settle in to wait for the train to arrive. Cool. We did it. We got through. That is a lot of people. I hope I don't have to speak to all of them. Ah, we made it. Yeah, now we just have to wait. It's kind of crowded in here. Are we gonna have to stand the whole way? We might be able to sneak into the Luscious Caboose with Dear Cat when we need to sleep. I've done it. GG, thank you, Nod. Sleep? How long? Oh, I just got a message on Damek's tablet. Who the hell is this? Hi, Joey. It's great to finally talk to you. But I kinda have some bad news. You only have 11 days. Zephyros? What does this mean, Zephyros? Oh, I don't know. Who sent this? Should I message back? I think that's... Fiamet. Who is that? Fiamet is one of the other Tetrarchs. She's a sea dweller, but Damek trusts her. I've never spoken to her myself, though. Okay, I'm gonna ask her what she means. What does that mean? It's a little complicated. But the TLDR is if you don't go back through the return portal in 11 days, both Earth and Alternia will be destroyed. So hurry it up. What? Yeah, I'm really sorry, I have to go AFK for a while. Feel free to leave me a comment, I'll reply as soon as I can. Remember, reviews are always appreciated. Flames will be used to roast marshmallows. Wait, what does it mean Earth will be destroyed? Return portal? What return portal? Oh my god, you're not going to answer me. Oh my god, what does it mean, Zephyros? I don't know. Is she serious? Should we believe her? What do we do? I don't know. We need to... Oh my god, I just got another message. Hey there! It's Kaidea. I'm just gonna get out of the way and say I know everything, so no need for introduction. Oh, her typing quirk is that she uses a heckload of hashtags. Okay. Okay, let me just move this so I don't have to see Zebra in the corner of the screen. Thank you. It's Kaidea, just gonna let you out of the way and say I know everything, so no need for hashtag introductions. Fiamed must have just messaged you right now. Yes, she did. And I'm kind of freaking out about it. What's she talking about? 11 days? What return portal? What does she mean Earth is going to be destroyed? Oh, don't worry about that. Smiley face. It's not true? I think that was the wrong voice, but oh well. Oh, it's completely true. Oh, it's completely hashtag true. But it's hashtag fine. It won't happen unless we let it, which we won't. How exactly do we not let it happen? Oh, how do we not let it happen? I got all the words, they were just in the wrong order. Ugh, it's too much to talk about over hashtag text. Come meet up with me on my island, on my hashtag island, and I'll tell you all about it. Hashtag Jevic Week. We're on the train right now. My freaking mouse. Sometimes it doesn't click, sometimes it double clicks. How long is it going to take for us to get there? Oh, that depends on what hashtag stop you're coming from. Where did you get on? Near a place called Outglut? Gone by the local route? About a week or so then. Hashtag such a pain. A week? Your friend just said we have 11 days until both of our planets are blown up. Haha, yeah. I guess that's a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem? Hey, hashtag relax. You can still reroute the train. Head onto the express track. That should cut the trip down to a few hours. Hashtag no big deal. Great, how are we supposed to reroute an entire train exactly? Well, the controls will be up in the hashtag engine room, up the front of the train. So I suppose you'll have to get up there and, you know, control them. Great, thanks for the help. You're welcome, smiley face. Alright, I've got to get back to my hashtag party preparations. Big week coming up. Hashtag Jevic Week. Hashtag Doodles. Bye! Ah, Zephyros. What do we do? I guess we just have to do what she said. Can we really just walk up to the front of the train? Just like that? I mean, in theory. Aren't there, segregated sections? And we're all the way back. We're all the way at the back. Actually, why are we all the way at the back? Oh, right. Fake tickets. And so the fake tickets were probably Rustblood. I was thinking, didn't we get the Blue Bloods? The freaking Blue Bloods tickets? Why aren't we in the Blue Bloods section? And it's because we traded them. Yeah. So it's not going to be that simple. Probably not. Do you think we'll get in trouble if we just try to walk through? Trouble? Well, there's always a risk that no matter where we are or what we do. Oh, well, I guess we'd better get moving. Yeah. And I just had a thought I should save. Oh, I remembered. Oh! The sequel has autosaves. Nice. But just in case, I'm gonna save it anyway. Okay, good. I seemingly can't interact with majority of these people. This one is a person. Your dad would wear that. All of that. Vicar? Vicar? I don't know.
Greetings, my pale and haggard friend. Join me, won't you?
Join you in what? Sitting? There isn't any room.
Join me in the fantastical pursuits of the inner eye. The misty domain of dreams. The unadorned sparkle of the limitless psyche.
You're just talking about thinking, right? Oh, I do like to imagine stuff sometimes. Sometimes I imagine I don't live in a merciless hellscape where I'm never sure when or how I'll be gruesomely murdered.
The noggin, the noodle, the inexhaustible noise box between the ears. Thoughts are free, my sweaty and slightly odious friend.
I need water. What are you thinking about so hard?
Why, the skies, of course. What else is there worth turning the mind to? Don't you ever feel the call of the wild? The siren song of distant bluer skies? Don't you ever feel the need to just tug yourself to the braces and set out on a grand adventure?
No, I don't, actually. In fact, I think anyone who just drops everything to run off into the blue like that is the opposite of heroic. It's irresponsible. And now I'm shouting and everyone in the train is looking at me. Joey? Let's go, Zephyros. Poor Joey. Oh, look, it's her. Hello. Hi, Chixie. Oh, hey there. Crowded in here, isn't it? Who knows what the high blood cars look like? Amazing, probably. Too bad I'll never see it. None of us will. Actually, we're about to try to bust into the high blood cars. Really? Yeah. Well, see you later, I guess. Okay. What is this dude doing up here? Why are there multiple dudes up here? Oh, is this the way... I thought we were going to the right, but okay. Is that a cowgirl? A cowgirl on a train. You wonder what brings her so far from her ranch. Hi. Skylar. Okay. Seems like a fairly normal name compared to a lot of the trolls. Howdy, y'all. Why? Oh, so her quirk is double Y's. Okay. Say, you're looking a little worse for wear there. Me? Oh yeah, I did spend several hours under a bunch of rocks a while ago. I'm fine now though. Joey here saved my life. Well, don't that just beat all? I know how loose I can get when their wrigglers are in trouble. Real instincts on them. What? I'm not as loose as I'm a troll. See the horns? Oh, never mind that. I just got a loose eye on the think pan. I ain't exactly running a peak performance at the moment. See, my Lucy is real sick. I'm afraid she ain't gonna make it to the end of the journey. Oh my gosh, that's awful. I'm so sorry your Lucis is sick. Yeah, got me in a real way. But it ain't as if things couldn't be worse. That's what my Lucis always used to say. See here, Skylar. We could all of us always be more dead or more kidnapped. So seeing as how we ain't, there really isn't any room for belly aching, is there? What's wrong with your Lucis? I can usually tell what's going on with her easy. But I've tried everything I can think of. The truth of the matter is she just ain't gonna get better unless I can get some curatives in her. Maybe we could ask around and see if anyone has any kind of Lucis medicine? Is that a thing? Sure is. And I've already asked everyone in the rusty car, but they're all fresh out or they ain't sharing. Well, we're planning to head up to the front of the train, so maybe we could ask around for you? I don't even rightly know what to say. No shit? I'm not thrilled about it either, but we'll keep an eye out for Lucis medicine. That'd make me as happy as an oink beast in mud. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, y'all. I only got a little speck of something in my eye. I'd be much obliged if you brought me back anything you could find. Alright. Okay, so that's everything to do over that side, I guess. See if there's anyone... Oh, hello. That guy's holding a hot dog, but he's not eating it. Maybe you aren't allowed to eat on the train. Though you can't imagine that being the ones. Though you can't imagine that being the one specific rule that people here actually decided to follow. My man's got no eyes. He's got the. I shouldn't say that. Oh hey, is that a hot dog? That's like the first piece of normal food I've seen since I got here. Diamond, okay. Or diamond? I don't know. What the heck kind of a talking quirk is that? Are his words forming a hamburger or something? I don't know what you're talking about. The hot dog that you're holding in your hand? Is it rude to point out someone's hot dog? Is it rude to point out someone's hot dog? Not as far as I know. Oh. No. No. We are not going to talk about my oblong meat product. That has got to be the worst way I've ever heard hot dogs described. Oblong meat product. No. Or ever. Sorry, we didn't realize it was a sore subject. My delicacy is extremely personal and private, and I refuse to say anything more about that. Well, you are kind of waving it around in our faces. What? And that's an excuse for shamelessly ogling? I'm not even that interested in your hot dog. I was just starting some small talk. This guy's great, yeah. I mean, at least he's not... I don't know. He's being a little rude, but he's like funny rude. The blue guy was just infuriating rude. He's trying to say... You're the one who won't drop it. Are you insane? I would never drop it. What's so special about it? Is it some kind of expensive meat? No. Who told you that? This meat product is no one special. I mean, nothing special. Just a simple meal for an average troll. Well, you have fun with that, I guess. I was trying to look at the bathroom. She seems really focused on mopping. The train car is so narrow that she's blocking the way forward. And I'm very glad that I looked, because that told me that she is in fact a woman. I got an achievement for talking to her for some reason. Hi! Masty. Okay. Are you talking to me? I know they're all supposed to be like kids and teenagers, but oh well. She's the janitor, so she's getting... That is a nice emote. Are you talking to me? Yes? My name's Joey. Mine's Marsty. Sorry to be a bother. We can see that you're cleaning. Someone's gotta do it, so it might as well be me. In fact, I insist that it's me. So is this your whole job? Just scrubbing? What do you mean? Don't people have jobs here? Well, I guess I don't have a job, but I don't know what... But I know what they are. Usually the drones take care of this sort of thing. But sometimes they don't make it down to the Rustblood car. And when I say sometimes, I mean most times. Luckily, I am extremely passionate about making sure the work gets done myself. Can't stop without a good reason. The fact that I need to get by isn't a good enough reason? I'm focusing on me right now. This is about self-care. Okay. So we need to make like what if we... Hey, keep that feather beast away from my meat product. So I'm guessing we need to make him drop his meat so that Marsty will come clean it up and we can get past her. He's already got a trait, okay. What if we make it spicy? That hot dog already looks well seasoned. We'll dance it out of his hands. Okay, Zephyros, you try. Psychic it out of his hands. You don't want to fight a guy holding a hot dog, that would be ridiculous. You want to poke your eye out if you... Okay. Here, have a drink. Maybe later, after I've partaken of my delicacy. I could use something to wash it down. You don't know what he'd do with this, and honestly you aren't sure you want to find out. He's on the next RP level by himself, honestly. He doesn't need this, okay. What haven't I tried? Book. This. This isn't going to help unless that hot dog is alive. Meat doesn't really put you in a dancing mood. You're sure he'd make it about meat? Hey, you aren't going to blind me and steal my delicacy. Okay. Do I just talk to him again? Hi. Who, me? Sorry to bother you. We were just wondering if maybe you could help us. We're trying to convince that girl scrubbing over there to move or take a break or something. At this point, I'm pretty much asking everybody. She has a nice shape to her. Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Time spent around gapers might lend an interesting flavor. What? Well, he did say the hot dog was... Okay. Good point. Good point, note. Physical labor may firm up flesh for unique He wants to... It's frickin'... Oh, is that why his name is Dieman? He kills people and turns them into hot dogs. Flesh for unique mouthfeel. Joey, let's go. Enjoy your lunch. What lunch? It's freaking Hannibal. Troll Hannibal Lecter. You know what? I came over here with a legitimate question for you. I thought maybe you could help us come up with a good reason why that girl over there should move her scour tray.
Well,
But I'm not even going to bother because you don't, do you? You're just going to tell me to be a sport, have a little moxie. Go to my room without dinner until I learn to appreciate dead animals and firearms. So just forget about it. Alright, Joey, are you okay? I'm great. Hi again. Back again? What's up? I was wondering if you might be able to help us. That scrubbing girl won't stop scrubbing even though we told her it's super important that we move up to the next car. I think that was the wrong voice. Joey and Zephyros' voices are getting merged. Well, yeah. Everybody thinks their own shit is important. Sorry. Okay. So there's a complication with my brilliant plan. The girl who's cleaning the load gaper is blocking the door, and she says she won't move without a really good reason. Not to go making everything about me and my problems. But don't you think my Lucis's imminent demise would count as a good reason? That is a really excellent point. I ain't the most unbiased observer in this particular situation, of course. But it sounds reasonable to me. Thanks, we'll try our best. Okay. Guess we'll go talk to her again. Oh, it's you guys again. We just wanted to let you know that we've got a good reason. See that tall girl over there with the really great jacket? Her Lucis is sick and we need to get to the next car to find medicine for it. Oh. I was just fucking with you, to be honest. Apologies for the swearing. I normally try not to. Like, try not to swear too much, but it's in the dialogue, so... I didn't expect you to actually find a good reason. I'm done scrubbing the gaper anyway, so go ahead. Cool. Alright, phew. So we've just gotta keep going up this way, and it's a straight shot to the engine room, huh? Yeah. Next up, it'll be the yellow and olive blood train car. Oh, this is the train from the title screen. I should have realized that. Oh, and so the red car on the title screen was like where the Lucises are. Well, this is definitely a pain, but I guess it's simple enough to get between cars. I don't know about that. Nobody cares if rustbloods mingle, but getting through the next cars might be tough. We're not supposed to be outside of our assigned car. And even if there aren't any drones on board to catch us, the other trolls will notice. And sometimes that can be worse. Well, we'll just have to be careful then. We've gotten this far: trans-dimensional portals, explosions, drones, tons of rubble, more drones, and explosions. What's a few stuck-up train passengers next to all that? We should get moving. Yeah, let's go. Okie doke. Okay. This is, something. Okay, first car down. Now we've just got to... Conil? Okay. Is Conil this guy? Shut up! No, you shut up. Okay, no, this is people off screen, I think. Oh, looks like she found a friend. Man, she really loves riding on things. That backpack looks less comfortable than a giant bug, but on the other hand, it isn't a giant bug. Wait, I'm having trouble telling what this guy's color is. I think he's supposed to be, like, green, same as her. But there's also a lot of green, and I'm not seeing any of the yellow dudes. Cuprum, okay. That face when I see two prime targets for Mighty Trish's epic Caulfield standing on this train full of normies. Hello there. Okay, yeah, so he's definitely a green, olive blood then, because his typing quirk is bloody 4chan green text. Girl is okay. pale and squirmy, maybe 6 out of 10. Maybe if we were the last 2 trolls in Fiery Apocalypse. I have no idea what you're saying to me. I forget what Follicle's voice was. Shoot. He means that you are ugly, but he might consider you. For a concupiscent quadrant, if everyone else were dead. Wow. Is this what you meant when you said everything would get worse as we got further up the train? Not exactly. Lol. Yes, Cuprum is the worst. That is why he is mine. Oh wait, no. No, their text boxes are different, aren't they? I said shut up! Oh wait, no, that's someone different. Oh. I'm dumb. This is different people talking. So I guess these are both yellow, then. I can't tell what colors... I guess the yellows would be sitting up the back, and then the olive bloods would be sitting further up, so these guys are probably both yellow. Yeah. And again, I tell you no. Ah, there they go again. That's the wrong voice. Ah, there they go again. With the ash solicitations. They are practically gagging for someone to come sort them out. We never fight like that, lol. No, we never have conflicts at all that we discuss. So are you guys kiss-meses? Let's just skip that. Lol. We're pale as the drip from a muscle beast's teat, Rusty. I'm not explaining what that means. Thanks for taking our relationship and making it sound as disgusting as possible. Ugh, I can tell why you needed a break from each other. Just between us girls, you know what they say about boys. No? What? They're only good for one thing. Living off of until they leave you for some sea dweller in space who will wrap him in her cybernetic tentacles and use him to power her fleet. Wow. Is there a reason why you're just clinging to his back like that? Get a load of this. Doesn't know void rot when she sees it. Yeah, I got void rot. My body does not retain the energy it needs to keep it powered on. So I am slowly dying, all the time, without an external power source. Is that what you're doing on his back? Like, pulling energy out of him to stay alive? For now, lol. Going off-world in a few sweeps. Be me, 9 sweeps. Helmsman in Imperial battleship. Blissfully brain-fucked by moistened tentacles. What is this game making me say? Jesus Christ. Personality gone, memories ganked, now kin with spaceship. Will finally spread my wings. The only thing that's gonna get spread are your individual synaptic nerves when Trizza picks them apart with her claws. I'm now guessing that the gaps in her speech, all the extra spaces, are probably because she's dying and doesn't have the energy to keep talking. Into it. I know. Joey, let's move on. Right. What is this guy doing? And here's the olives. Oh, is this you? Are you speaking to me? What's up, gamers? Oh, no, it's... Who is speaking to us? Are you talking to us? Oh, it's this person. Okay, no. Just come over here, nerds. I'm not trying to shout across the car. Those two over there have been losing it for like the whole ride. You should just leave them alone. Oh, we weren't going to get involved. We just need to get to the next car. LMAO, are you for real? That's the Jade car. I know. Well, do what you want, but if you get involved, I might have to get involved, and I'm not about that life. Better not risk it. Take it from someone who knows, Lamau. Oh, by the way, I'm Sarava. I'm Joey. Hi, I'm Zephyros. You guys on Cheetah? Yeah, add me. Oh, you're that Sivar? Oh, is it Sarava? Was I saying Sivara? I'm dumb. LMAO, there are a lot of us. No, I mean, I already follow you. On GrubTube too. It's a Let's Player. Or a streamer, potentially. My Morale and I listen to you all the time when we... do stuff. OMG, content warning. That's not what I meant. What's Morale's at? Do they follow me too? He might, but he's on a locked account. Yeah, I know how it is. It's rough to be a low blood in the public eye nowadays. LMAO, I didn't even do that. Was there a joke there that I missed? Didn't even do that on purpose. Oh, you... Oh. Oh. Oh, you mean you're, Yeah, no worries. You can look at it. It's right there, LMAO. Yeah, wow. You want to know how it happened, don't you? Not exact. Sarava gouged out their own eye. What? Man, I remember when they streamed it and everything. It was extreme. It wasn't a big deal. What? Why? I don't... That's just the fashion nowadays, right? Lol. Me and the Tetrarch always figured it was a radical protest against the hemo spectrum. Cutting out your eye reduces your desirability as a helmsman, right? Lamau, yeah. Miss me with that battery shit, thanks. Didn't it hurt? Yeah, I mean, I guess, lol. But for real, enough about me. Don't get involved with those two. Talk to you later. Okay. And then there's another lady we can talk to. She is so covered in bandages you can barely see her face. Or maybe it's just a costume. A lot of people in this train seem to be dressed pretty strangely. Water. I need to fix my posture. Let's talk. Polypa. Look at those two. Unbelievably unprofessional. Airing out their issues, committing all these violent acts out in the open like that, for free, where anyone can see. It's a really bad business model for the rest of us. Huh? The rest of us? Some of us need to make a living. Anyways, call me Polypa. What's the job? What? Job? Low blood, high blood, doesn't matter. I'll do it. I don't think that we need to resort to those sorts of drastic measures yet. We're just trying to make it to the front of the train. It's turning out to be way more stressful than I was expecting. Sorry, can't really help you with that one. You need some violence done? Look me up. Otherwise, keep moving. Okay. Oh, this is a dude? He looks very short. That coat is so big you can only see the person's eyes. In fact, those might not even be their eyes, honestly. What are you talking about? Their entire face is visible. Bold ear. Psst, do I know you? I was informed there would be an asset on this train. I don't think we've met. I'm Joey. Call me Bold Ear. Is that a code name or a cast name? Just a regular name? Did they send you to meet me? Who? Psst, it's alright, I'm clean. But I understand your caution. There are ears everywhere, and it would be better to downplay our connection. I feel like I'm talking to my brother. Yeesh. What's a brother? Please give it to me in plain text. Don't worry about it. Psst, I'm glad we've managed to connect here. The universal reconvergence is beginning. What in the world? The implications of this reversal are far-reaching and unforeseeable. The wind is shifting, and the fate of gods and mortals are no longer joined. The void resounds. The paths intertwine. And those two are extremely loud. Zafros, do you have any idea what... Oh, this is a girl. Okay. Oh well, she already has a voice. Do you have any idea what she's talking about? Nope. Wink. Okay then. You fool! Thanks to your scurrying about and reckless behavior, we've lost sight of our mark. If it weren't for you trying to show off, I would have clawed him apart. I've told you over and over, Conil. However that's pronounced. It was not a coal job, and you knew that. Who cares? You wasted our time with your stupid dorky speech. Not every fight needs a 13-minute lead-up. At least one of us is professional. I'm talking about me. I'm the professional. Now our client is going to be after us. I'm just realizing she mentioned like a huge preamble to the fight. This dude's got a scouter. He's a walking Dragon Ball reference. Now our client is going to be after us. Nice going. Why won't you listen to me, stupid, smug idiot nutcape? Kono, please. You're making a scene. You're making a scene. Excuse me, could we get by here? They're really going at it, huh? Someone get these guys an auspice tice. A what? Oh, it's the third party in an Ashen relationship. I have no idea what that means. It's like a person who helps mediate a contentious relationship and prevent it from escalating too far. Whether it be to prevent colliginous infidelity or any other excessive colliginous situation that would be undesirable to the other two in the quadrant. Colliginous? I guess I'm not explaining this very well. You really don't know about this? You really don't know about this stuff? No, I don't. Oh, things must be really different where you're from. Yes, they are. Oh, well, all I mean is maybe we can find someone here to help. We probably just have to get them to stop fighting long enough to get a word in. You know, for the sake of my voice, I think we might end it here. Like, I could keep going, but I don't want to... Like, I have work tomorrow. I don't want to destroy my throat completely. I did save, right? Yeah. Save. Okay, we're safe. Bye-bye. Let's go back to the chat scene. Well, that was fun. I'm not sure how much progress we've really made, because I don't know how far Act 2 goes. As far as I was aware, each side of the game was supposed to be split into 2 acts, but it kind of seems like this act might be based entirely around the train. And if that's the case, there's like... Well, is there going to be more acts after this? I don't know, I haven't looked into that at all. So I guess we'll have to find out. Whenever the next time we play this is. I don't have a schedule for next week. Normally I would post a schedule, but I'm still sort of working my way... I'm still kind of working my way back up to 4 times a week like I used to. But Friday and Saturday I probably won't be able to stream, at least not at my usual times, because my mum is she's flying out to visit her family in Holland, but because the airport is in the city where I live, she's coming down on Friday, staying here the night, and then flying out on Saturday. So I can't really stream while I'm here. Well, she's here, sorry. So... yeah, I guess that's... if you want to keep up with, when I'm streaming and stuff, I usually announce it over on Twitter. I will try to stream on, next Sunday at least, but, well, Sunday my time, so the same time this stream was, but I don't know for certain whether, like, what we'll be doing. We'll see. So if you wanna keep up with, you know, what's going on, my Twitter's there. Chad, hello! You called me just as I was ending. I was so sleep deprived. It's okay, Chad, it's okay. No worries. What the hell is that, Node? What the hell did you just type? Is that supposed to be bye Melody or something? No worries, Chad. Well, the VOD's always here if you want to see it. You can see all of my fantastic voice acting for all of these characters. Yes, okay, Node. You see, goddammit. This game is a bad influence on you, Node. This game is a bad influence. So anyway, we should have a look around, see if we have anyone to raid. I don't know who's streaming today, actually. Oh, hold on, let me mute desktop audio so that you don't hear anything showing up there. Hear any autoplay. We have, oh, yeah, Miko's streaming. Mahikan Miko, I believe is how you pronounce it. He's currently streaming Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, which I have been kind of interested in what's going on with Eiyuden. So hold on, let me just grab his username and we can show him some love. Right, first, here's my raid message. I still need to think of a better one instead of just total raid, but despite my fantastic pun game, I can't think of anything better. Let me initiate the raid. Here we are. Oh, is this a Homestuck game? Yes, yes. HIVESWAP is a, what's it called? A point-and-click adventure game set in the world of Homestuck, but not necessarily connecting with the actual story of the comic. It's been interesting, it's been interesting. So anyway, like I said, I won't have a schedule for next week, but you can follow me on Twitter if you want to find out when I'll be streaming, because it'll basically just be a guerrilla week. Anyway, oh, and thank you to VT Bitbunny for the follow this stream. I really appreciate it. We're getting close. We're getting close to affiliate now. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Otsukame. Bye bye. Thank you, Chad. Where's the end scene?